Hello beautiful people, welcome back to the channel. This is Mira with Star Sisters Intuition. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day or night wherever you are. And for today's reading, we're channeling messages from Spirit for this new moon in Virgo. Before we get into the reading, I have a few general energies for this new moon in Virgo that I'd like to tell you about. One, this is a great time to start a new project. Get your details, get all your ducks in a row for this new project and start it now. Get all the details, all of the paperwork, get everything done right now. This is a great time for that. Virgo energy is very detail oriented and disciplined, so it will help you move the process along. Along with that, because Virgo is typically associated with purity and the Virgin, so purity and things of that nature, it's a good time to cleanse your mind, body, and soul. Do a deep cleanse, find time to relax and allow the negative thoughts or feelings or the past, allow that to just wash away. This is a great time for that energy of cleansing. So however you cleanse, that could be taking a walk. I don't know. Some people cleanse by using Palo Santo to cleanse the air. Other people like to light a candle or diffuse essential oils. Whatever allows you to cleanse, if that's even just taking a shower or a bath and just being intentional with that specific shower and bath, that I'm doing this to cleanse my body, specifically on the day of the new moon. Cleansing your body, mind, and soul is going to be very beneficial. This is also a time to ground your energies and have fun. Virgo energy is also about having that balance of fun and work. So be sure to have fun while you're also putting effort into your work. And stay really grounded. Virgo is an earth sign and it is an extremely grounded energy. So like the King of Pentacles, stay grounded and be confident and sure of yourself and your actions. Take whatever steps you need to take in order to build your confidence. Also, right now is a time to pay attention to the roots that you're creating. What are you putting your energy into, and if we're talking about a plant, what seeds are you starting to grow, and how are you taking care of that seed? How are the roots growing? Are they growing healthy, long, and strong, or are they kind of stunted and unable to find the nutrients and water that they need in order to grow? So really pay attention to the roots that you're creating, because that is extremely important during this time, especially because, like I said, it's a earth energy and it's very grounded in this physical. Working with your root chakra might be helpful too right now. And healing wounds between yourself and those you love. So this is also a good time because Virgos are very loving, and when they love somebody, they will go all in for that person. And so I think right now is again that time to heal those wounds between you and people you love, and pay attention to your relationships during this time. And lastly, communication. Right now, it's important that you communicate your thoughts, your opinions, your feelings in a nice and healthy manner to those around you. it's really important right now to have that good communication and that flow. And I think that's also what this new moon in Virgo is bringing in, is that flow and that good, grounded, healthy energy. All right, now let's get into the reading. We have the 4 piles here, pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, and pile number 4. I'll add the crystals and I'll be right back. Here we have the crystals. We have apophyllite for pile number 1, pyrite for pile number 2, yellow azestolite for pile number 3, and the clear aura quartz tower for pile number 4. Pick a pile, crystal, or pile number, and that's going to be your reading. Be sure to allow your intuition to guide you, because it's always going to lead you to the right message and right pile. You will get the message you need to hear. I just wanted to give a quick happy birthday to all my Virgos out there. This is your time to shine. Timestamps will be listed down below. And now let's get into the readings. Hi, pile number 1, you have chosen the apophyllite. And this crystal is known for its connection to the third eye, or the Agnya. And it has great healing benefits for our third eye. It's really great with connecting our intuition, or connecting us to our intuition and strengthening our intuition. So I'm going to leave your crystal. So here we have the 7 of Pentacles, the 7 of Swords, Strength, the King of Pentacles, and the Page of Pentacles. A clear message that I'm seeing right now is to utilize the strength of this new moon to really figure out what energies are yours and what energies are other people's. That might be why you were also drawn to the apophyllite, because again, like I said, it's heavily linked to our third eye and our intuition, and our intuition will guide us to basically help us figure out what we are feeling and what other people are feeling. Some of you might be empaths, and so feel like other people's energy so heavily. And right now, I think it's calling you to create that separation and figure out what who you are and what your energies are, and how to again create that separation from you and the people around you, whether that's family members or just people around you in general. Some of you might even live in cities, and so because of that, there might be a lot of energies around you that can drain you if you don't know how to properly separate those two energies. So right now I'm seeing really focus on creating a separation of your energies and other people's energies. Be grounded and sure in who you are. And with the Page of Pentacles here, you might also, for some of you, you might also be trying to start a new project, or maybe this also might be wanting to move, or something related to your career, home life. So it's either wanting to start a new project or wanting to start a new career, or it's that you want to move because the area you're in right now, or the place at which you're living at, is no longer serving you, and it might be draining your energies. And so the message I hear for whatever you're planning on starting, whether it's again, like I said, a move, or starting a new career, or starting a new project, whatever the case may be, I really see the first step as deciphering between your energies and the energies of the other people around you. And also, what I got is, with this strength that this new moon will give you, this grounding and confidence that it's going to give you, utilize that energy to know what is serving you and what isn't serving you. So in your life, figure out what things you're doing in your life that are no longer serving you and that are serving you. And those things that you're doing that no longer serve you, how can you change them to make them serve you so that they're giving your life purpose and meaning? I see that some of you might even be looking for your purpose in life and trying to find meaning out of life. And I think, again, like I said, Spirit is really calling you to, one, create that separation between your energies. And meditating really does help with this, because you shut everything else out and you're alone with your own thoughts, feelings, and in that way you get to know yourself to different heights. You get to know yourself so much better. And right now, because it's this Virgo new moon, meditate in the sun. Really absorb that sun's energy if you can. Of course, if you can't, it's not that big of a deal, but if you can, try and meditate in the sun. It will change your life, is what Spirit is saying right now. All right, let's look at your oracle cards. We have Mouse, Spirit, again, Earth, and then we have Buffalo, Spirit. So 2 Earth Spirit cards. And what I kind of get from this is this is representing you, and this is representing your, almost like your desires and who you wish to be, along with who you are turning into. Because remember, we walk towards our desires. So what we desire is what we become. And with the Mouse, Spirit, what I kind of get is you may have in the past, or even now maybe, thought of yourself as less than or smaller than the people around you. But the funny thing is that even though a mouse is really small, they're able to do a lot. They can get into many places, they can do a lot, they have so much energy despite being so small. So kind of what I see is that you utilize your energies, your knowledge, your gifts to your benefit. And with the buffalo, it's almost reminding me of that steadfast, almost stubborn type energy. And stubborn isn't always a bad thing. It only becomes bad if you don't allow for that flexibility, because stubborn can also be good. You can stubbornly change your ways to help you, So kind of what I get right off the bat is you're moving from this lack of surety and flighty type energy to a more confident and more sure energy. I also just saw 777, so I don't know if that applies to you in some way. 7 might be significant. So with the mouse, I get this story of Ganesha where elephants are typically scared of mouses because they're so tiny that the elephants can't see them, but they can hear them and they can feel them, and so it frightens them. But in the story with Ganesha, he's able to take over the mouse, and at one point in the story they talk about how the mouse is now carrying Ganesha. And if you've ever seen a statue of Ganesha, there's always a mouse at his feet. And what this kind of reminds me of is, again, like we were talking about before, realizing who you are carrying, what you are carrying, the baggages that you're carrying, whether those are actually yours and they're actually serving you. Because in the case of the mouse and Ganesha, it did serve the mouse, because he was now able to be under the protection of Ganesha, and they often associate the mouse with like a companion of Ganesha. So it served him through that. But really figuring out whether the things that you're carrying, the burdens, the thoughts, and these things that are weighing you down, are they actually serving you? And another thing is, the reason the mouse was able to carry Ganesha is because it served the mouse, and obviously it's Ganesha, so it's a god that he's carrying. And yeah, and move into that confidence that you have within yourself. I feel like you are confident, or you were as a child very confident in your actions and the things that you did, but throughout your life, people and the experiences you've had might have lowered your confidence levels. And so right now is a great time to take that back. Take back control of your life, your actions, your thoughts, and really start to figure out who you are. Then we have adventures. So what I kind of get from, it's kind of funny because with the mouse and Ganesha story, they did go on an adventure. I don't remember exactly what it all entailed, but there was definitely an adventure that they went on together. And so I kind of feel like stepping out of your comfort zone and exploring, getting to know yourself by doing the things that you desire. Like, let's say you've been wanting to take a ceramics class, for example. Take that ceramics class. Don't keep putting it off and making excuses, and don't keep asking other people, like, should I take it? I don't know. What do you think? Because the other person might not be interested in ceramics, and so to them they may be like, what the hell is the point in that, you know? But it might help you in ways you never even knew it could help you in. So don't be so ready to take other people's opinions as facts for your own life. Do what you feel is necessary for you, and explore and put yourself out there. Get out of your comfort zone, because that's how you build confidence and a good relationship with yourself. We have 2 more cards. We have Buddha and Rajas. So it is just hilarious to me. There's a lot of like red here and so much blue here. Green like all over, but I really am picking up on this fiery energy. So some of you might be fire signs. And in that case, I'm really seeing Spirit asking you to start taking that passionate energy of yours and, like the buffalo, moving it forward, allowing it to push you forward, but balancing it with patience. Buddha is very patient, and remember we were talking about meditation, so I feel like this is another confirmation for that. Definitely meditate. It will help you so much. It will help you, one, temper this this fiery energy so that you are able to focus it into the direction that you want it to go in, and 2, it will help you again find that connection and that relationship with yourself, find out who you are, and find that balance and that calm energy so that you can think with a clear head to move forward. All right, pile number 1, that was your reading. Thank you so much for sharing your energies with me. I am so grateful to have been able to give this message, and I hope you're able to utilize this confident energy that you have within you. And during this new moon, I hope you're able to use it to amplify yourself and push yourself into the direction that you want to go in. If you like this reading, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more, and be sure to hit the bell icon so you're notified when we upload, and I'll catch you in another reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 1. I was about to close this reading out. Just as I was about to close this reading out, I noticed on the floor there was a card, and so I went to look and see, and pick it up, and it turned out to be the Empress. And I really just felt called to give you this message that birth that new you. That, like, I was not going to, I didn't think anything of it. As I picked up the card though, I got an instant message like, this is for you guys, this Empress right here. And birth, in the message that Spirit gave me is to birth that new you. Alright, now I'm ending your reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 2. This is your reading. You have chosen the pyrite stone, and I'm going to keep it right here. So pyrite is known for helping us with our memory. It's also a great, like, protection stone as well. I'm really interested to see how it works in, because originally I had a copper ball here, but right before I started filming, I felt called to put the pyrite on, so I'm really curious to see how that, or why I got called to put the pyrite on. Now let's get into your reading. We're going to take a look at your tarot cards first, and then we'll take a look at your oracle cards. And here we have your cards. We have the 4 of Pentacles, the Hanged Man, the 9 of Swords, or the 9 of Challenges, and the 8 of Spells, or the 8 of Wands. What I see right off the bat is there may have been a period of stagnancy or like slowness, and I think what Spirit is calling you right now to do is take time to be present in the moment. You might be so concerned with what was and what is going to be, so the past and the future, that you're neglecting the here and now. Also, what I get is because you're not present and not focused in the now, you're not seeing things for what they actually are. It's very important to see and observe the things around us for what they actually are. Take a different perspective than what we think it is. Because oftentimes we want to see something one way, but in actuality it's something completely different. So not wanting to see things how we want to see it, but seeing things as they are. And this happens when we are in the now and focused and in the present. We are observing from a third-party view without any attachments to the situation. We observe from a third-party perspective. And so during this new moon in Virgo, you're being called to take some time and observe your surroundings, your relationships with others, with yourself, your mindset, and just observe things. Try to refrain from judgment and things like that. Just observe. From a third-party perspective, if you need to write your thoughts and everything down, write it down, and then afterwards you can come back and look at it. And this period of stagnancy, I see it because you have the 8 of Wands here. I see you moving out of that if you take the time to observe and really see things as they are, because I see by doing that you're going to be propelling yourself forward so much quicker than you had previously anticipated. And if this is like with a relationship as well, what I kind of get is whether that's a relationship between yourself or somebody else, seeing things as they are, not expecting somebody else to be different than who they are, but seeing them for who they actually are. And by doing that, you can then come to understand that person or even yourself better and move forward in that relationship at a quicker pace. Another thing I see is because we have the 9 of Swords reversed, I get the feeling that you are stepping out of this period of discomfort by seeing things through the lens of an observer. So by observing, because in this card, this child is scared and hiding. The night is frightening him. And what I get from that is, if you take the time to observe, you might find that actually there's really not much to be scared about. There's a butterfly here too, you know, and this tree seems a little like daunting if we didn't take the time to observe and see that maybe it's just a tree. Maybe it in our head looks like a scary old person, but in reality it's just a tree that is slightly disfigured. Maybe we'll find that the butterfly is flying out and we can get our way out of the forest if only we take the time to observe. So through observations, you'll find your way out. Through observing the situation from a third-party perspective, you'll be able to find a way out of your situation much quicker. And again, taking that time, it's really important. I feel like Spirit is trying to really drill this message in, that take your time, be patient, observe. Just be an observer of life, of your life, and everything that happens around you. Just observe. And through those observations, you're going to find answers. All right, now let's take a look at your oracle cards. So we have the Dolphin Spirit and the Fox. So with the Dolphin Spirit, what I kind of get right off the bat, because dolphins are highly intelligent creatures, and yet so many people only see their intelligence through the lens of like the what are these theme parks and stuff that have these guys doing tricks and all these things. So many people only see it through that one lens, but they're intelligent outside of that. You know, these tricks and all of those things are don't prove their intelligence. What proves their intelligence is their ability to adapt and change in their natural environment, and the fact that they are able as a community to communicate efficiently and effectively in order to catch their prey. And they think about it like, I don't know if you've ever seen, but they heard I can't remember what fish it is, but they heard it because they know that fish tightens into tight balls. So they herd them to the top of the ocean so that they have nowhere left to swim away. So by doing that and herding them up there, they're able to pick them off so much quicker and more efficiently. They're not expending their energy going all over the place. They use their opponent's weakness to their advantage. And so kind of what I get with that dolphin card, and the fact that it came right on top of the Hanged Man, is reminding me of that, seeing things from a different perspective, not viewing things from one lens, but looking at things from a broader perspective. You know, there's so much more to dolphins. They're such unique and amazing creatures, just like everything else on this planet, just like all other beings on this planet. To see them from that light, so start looking at yourself as that as well. This almost represents it represents you and who you're also turning into, who you're evolving into. And both of these creatures, just like every other creature, is so multifaceted, and yet people mostly view them from one lens. You know, with the fox, again, they're viewed as cunning and sly and quick, but they're so much more than that. They're also highly intelligent creatures as well. So what I get from this is that you are extremely intelligent, and starting to use that in different ways to serve your purpose is going to help you. And also seeing yourself as a bright and divine being. Seeing yourself from different lenses as well might be helpful. Again, as we were saying, like with the observing from a third party perspective, it will be helpful to you to do that for yourself as well. During this new moon, I think you're going to be a little bit forced to do that, but take that energy and go with it. Really look at yourself from a third party perspective. Look at all your pros, look at your cons too, and see how can you turn your cons into pros. You know, what is that con? Is it maybe sometimes we tend to fall into this slump? And why do we fall into this slump? Is it maybe because we're overthinking things with our mind? Well, that tells you that you have a great mind and it's really strong. It's just not being directed in the right path. That's just an example, but that example is there to like help you figure out what parts of you need to work on and how you can turn them to your benefit. All right, let's see. We then have wonders. So with the wonders card, I'm getting like, again, like you are a wonder. You are a unique being. There's nobody on this planet like you. So accepting that part of you. You are a wonder. Everybody, whenever people go to see dolphins, whether that's in their natural environment or at a theme park, they're always awestruck by them because they're able to do such amazing things. They're able to be in the water and move so majestically, and they just look so beautiful. And with this wonders card, I feel like you need to start seeing yourself in that light too. Start seeing yourself as this beautiful divine being that you've got so much to offer to yourself and to the world at large. And some of you might have been called to pile 4. I haven't read pile 4, but the fact that there's the aura quartz tower on here, and then that is what I felt called to put on pile number 4, kind of like is something that I just got. But anyways, let's take a look at your other 2 cards. You have Bhuvaneshwarima and Tejas. So much water, like there's just so much water in your reading, and some of you might be heavy water signs or have heavy water placements in your charts. And I think maybe working with water right now, I know it's a Virgo, the new moon in Virgo, and so it's heavy earth energy, but maybe blending, because you know the fox is earth energy and the dolphin is water energy, so maybe finding a balance between those two. Maybe finding a balance between your emotions and your logical mind and your emotions, or the logical side of you and your emotions, is going to help you find a balance in your life. And it's also maybe going to push you towards seeing yourself in the way you actually are and not doubting yourself. With Bhuvaneshwarima here, she's a very strong, fierce, feminine energy. She's known as the goddess of infinite possibilities. So knowing that, it's just funny because you have these 3 cards remind me of the infinite possibilities in this universe. So I think taking the time to ground yourself so you have focus in what direction you want to move towards. And like we've been saying this entire reading, I think that's going to come through observing yourself from that, and observing yourself, your situation, and the people around you from a third party's perspective, removing yourself from that situation and seeing things as they are. Also with this Tejas card, I'm getting that you have like this spark within you, and you bring light to certain situations, and you're almost like the lightness or the light in the dark. And utilizing that energy of light, your inner spark, and that high frequency that you vibrate at is going to really change your life. Oh my God. Like, I wish you could see what I see inside my head, but Spirit's almost telling me like your life is going to drastically change when you start accepting that inner light of yours, and really like start seeing it yourself as a strong, courageous, and infinite being. That was your reading, pile number 2. Thank you so much for sharing your energies with me. I hope this reading helps you and that you're able to find within you that spark and that light that you are, and change your life forever. And really utilize this new moon's energy to help propel you forward in this process. If you like this reading, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. Be sure to hit the bell icon so you're notified when we upload, and I'll catch you in another reading. Bye! Hi, pile number 3. You have chosen the yellow azestolite. And this stone is really good for light workers, as it helps to just protect your energies and almost like enhance your intuition. So let's look at your tarot cards now. And then we'll take a look at your oracle cards afterwards. So here we have your cards, pile number 3. We have the Queen of Wands, the Four of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles, the Two of Swords reversed, and the Four of Pentacles. What I see right off the bat is, because you have two queens here, the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles, figuring out how to balance your fiery and passionate side with your more logical and and constructive side. What I also get is that take this new moon in Virgo's energy to help relax. Like, right now is the time to care for yourself, give to yourself, and maybe take a vacation too, but really just take time to relax. With the Four of Wands right next to the Queen of Pentacles, I kind of get like the feeling of unwinding and relaxing with the people you care about. So spending time with the people you care about, maybe going on a vacation with them, it doesn't have to be like a fancy vacation, but like a short getaway or something of that sort, just to help you calm and relax. And with this the Queen of Pentacles right next to the two of Swords reversed, I kind of feel like at one point there might have been like some back and forth with yourself, like in like this inner conflict, and I see that is now getting resolved, and you're finally stepping into your own powers, and you're becoming more sure and more grounded and more confident within yourself. I also see there's a lot of feminine energy here, so maybe because we have two queens and no kings, or no real masculine energy, I kind of get the feeling that like now is the time to also nurture your masculine side, because it's almost like the feminine energy nurtures the masculine energy. So that way the masculine energy is able to move forward in the right direction with speed. And also another thing that I got, some of your guys' manifestations might be happening very, very soon. So that might also be why it's telling you to take some time to relax, because your manifestations are coming. The moon is also sticking out to me, and it looks like a full moon. So maybe in the next full moon you'll really get between this new moon and the full moon, you'll receive news about your manifestation, or like it's gonna come to you. It's gonna vary depending on what you were manifesting. And a message I get from Spirit is to, because you have the Four of Pentacles right above that, is like, or right on top of that, take caution not to become too greedy or like too overbearing on your manifestation. Like, it's here, allow it to come, allow it to, you know, embrace you, but don't become so like single-minded and narrow-visioned with it that you now forget to see all of the other things around you. And don't become narrow-minded in your manifestation. Allow it to be the beautiful thing that it is, and continue going at the flow and pace of your life. Definitely take time to relax, enjoy your evening, your days, your evenings, whatever. I got evenings, but maybe even enjoy your day too. Also, another message I just got is, with this confidence and this surety of yourself, try not to allow that to turn into something where we are putting others down. Remember, balance is key, always. So, again, like we were saying, bringing that balance, be sure to have that when it comes to your relationships as well. It won't do you any good to hurt the people around you and claim it's coming from your confidence. You know, it's always good to be confident in oneself, but by being confident in oneself, we don't need to put others down or cast judgments on other people either. So yeah, remain confident and true to yourself, and allow other people to be as they are. Okay, so let's take your oracle cards. We have the bee. I just said allow people to be as they are. That's funny. Okay. And then we have starfish. So that's, yeah, like, you are the star in your life. Be like the starfish. Continue to grow. And, you know, it's also kind of interesting because the starfish moves extremely slow, and you have these pentacle cards here, and the pentacles are usually slower energy. So maybe, again, taking your time, being patient, relaxing, and not trying to rush forward because you feel like you're missing out on something. I feel like this bee is kind of like representing you, and this is right now, and this is who you're turning into. So it's like with the bee, you may be a little flighty and may feel easily attacked, and so quickly reach out to sting others, but I think you're moving out of this phase, and with this new moon, I really feel like it's moving you into more confidence and surety of yourself, to where when other people say things, you no longer feel like attacked or threatened. It's kind of just like nothing on you, you know? Although starfishes can be poisonous, and they still, when threatened, truly attack, but they don't attack as often as a bee does, if that makes sense. So it's like, sometimes it also comes from knowing that the person saying whatever they are saying may also have issues of their own that they have yet to solve, and so understanding that this could be coming from a place of hurt, learning that and moving forward rather than feeling personally attacked is going to help benefit you in your life greatly. We have the card of fulfillment, and what was I talking about? How your manifestation is coming towards you. And again, we have another full moon, so really, like, I'm really getting that message that between this new moon and the next full moon, a message, information, news, something is going to be coming to you, or just your manifestation itself, and it's going to be feeling very fulfilling. And with this peach, it's almost like the fruit of life, you know, Is this like a message I just got? And then we have protection. So yeah, protecting yourself but not becoming so overbearing. And also find it interesting because we were talking about protection with this yellow azestolite, and then you have the protection card. So maybe it's also about protecting your energies and just being sure and grounded in who you are, and knowing that what other people say you cannot control. All you can control is your reaction to how you react to what they said. And now let's get your last two cards. We have Karma and Pratyahara. So with Karma, what I get right off the bat is be mindful of your actions. Oftentimes people associate karma with like something we've done wrong and the result of something wrong, but that's not the case. Karma is literally just the reactions of our actions. So all actions have a reaction, whether good or bad. It's also up to us to interpret whether it's good or bad, but ultimately all action has a reaction, and that's what karma is. It's the reaction to the action. So be mindful of your actions during this period, and be mindful so you know what reaction you want and take actions towards that. So what outcome do you want, and what actions can you take towards that outcome? For example, if we wanted to go to the beach, then the action we're going to take is one, we're going to plan going to the beach, and two, we're going to get all of our stuff ready. So maybe that means a beach towel, maybe that means a beach chair, or literally nothing at all. Maybe it just means getting in your car and driving there, or maybe that just means walking there. However you need to prepare to get there. And then the third thing is taking that action to get you there. So now you've decided where you want to go, how you want to get there, and now you're going to take that action to get there. So get in your car and start driving, or start walking to get there, whatever the case may be. I think right now is asking you to pay attention to that. How your actions are going to result, or what results are going to come from your actions, and what results do you want, and take the appropriate action for those results. So with this Pratyahara, again, I get that message of not becoming attached, releasing and letting go, and really, like, it is one of the stages of yoga, and it deals with the control of your senses. So again, like, not feeling so personally attacked, and really learning how to control your senses, and being able to get the full experience out of this life. But ultimately, what I really see is it's just confirming, like, not to become so attached to outcomes that we forget our path. Remember, even with the karma, maybe the outcome changes. We shouldn't be so fixed on it. Like, again, with the example of the beach, if we really want to get to the beach, but let's say, like, the beach we want to go to, it's so packed and, like, overcrowded at the moment that we're planning to go there. If we just get so fixed on that one specific outcome, like, no, I have to go to that specific beach, maybe we're gonna miss out on the other beach that's like maybe 10-15 minutes down the road, and that's the beach that we missed out on had everything we wanted: the quiet, peaceful time and the amazing views. So it's like that. Don't become so fixated on the outcome that you miss the journey getting there. And maybe because you're so fixed on the one outcome, you don't see the possibilities of other things. So pile number 3, that was your reading. Thank you for sharing your energies with me. I hope this helps you during this new moon, to really relax and allow your manifestation to just come to you and breathe in the beautiful things that you are reaping. And yeah, and just live in that beauty of life. If you like this reading, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more, and be sure to hit the bell icon so you're notified when we upload, and I'll catch you in another reading. Bye! Hi, pile number 4, you have chosen the Rainbow Aura Quartz Tower, and we're going to put it right here. Can you see that? Now let's take a look at your tarot cards, and then we'll look at your oracle cards after that. What I see here is, because we start the reading off with the Queen of Pentacles right next to the King of Cups, now is the time to take care of yourself and your emotions, to understand what emotions are yours and what emotions are maybe not, or might be other people's. Now is also the time to find out who you truly are. I get this message that because you have, again, the King of Cups, you need to make certain who you are, start grounding your energies so that you can make decisions with a clear, calm mind frame. And also, in this way, you're able to utilize your ego to help you rather than hurt you. While many people might say, like, oh, we should get rid of our ego, the ego serves a purpose, just like everything else that we have. We have it for a reason, so it serves a purpose. The thing is that a lot of times it can hurt people, mainly because they're not utilizing their ego to its correct purpose. And in my opinion, the purpose of the ego is to help us with our judgment of the world. It's almost like a filter for our protection. It protects us. So judgment is good. You need to know how to judge a situation. However, if we're judging from a place of hurt or a place of like this Eight of Swords type of energy, then we're not seeing the full picture, and we may be making a bad decision, or we might be making our judgment might not be right. So what I get here is like releasing that that need to make decisions from an emotional standpoint, and rather calming your mind, your body and soul, learning to ground yourself and keep in that calm, steady mind frame so that you can make level-headed decisions. With the Two of Wands here, I also think it's time to gather information. Gather those resources right now so that you're able to move forward with greater surety. Because when you've gathered your information, you've gathered your resources, you can be confident in knowing that you have everything, you've gotten all your ducks in a row. And I think this has more to do with yourself. So what do you need to feel loved? A lot of people don't know their love language. They don't know how they feel loved. So figure that out. Find out how you feel loved, and start bringing that towards you. Treat yourself with that love and respect. Gather information by seeing where your shadows lie, illuminating your shadows, because that will tell you why you feel triggered in certain situations and how you can overcome that to become a stronger and more sure and confident individual. And with this Five of Pentacles, I get the feeling that maybe some of you feel a little left out, or like some neglected energy is kind of what I'm getting. And again, I think that comes from the lack of surety and confidence within yourself. And this new moon in Virgo, I think, is really coming in to help you bring that confidence. And it's really going to help bring that surety and move you towards this energy here, that king and queen, like royal and strong energy. Like having a good balance of your emotions and your willpower, being able to make decisions from a logical standpoint, but also from a clear-headed standpoint. I also kind of get the feeling that your mind, because maybe it's maybe your mind is tricking your emotions into feeling certain ways to keep you in this downcast mood. And one of the messages I get from Spirit is to start listening to uplifting thoughts, changing your mindset to have more uplifting and high vibe thoughts. And of course, there's nothing wrong, and you shouldn't be scared of negative thoughts, because it's actually a really great thing that those thoughts are coming out. They're your, almost like your GPS to know what you're feeling, and so you can explore more deeply why you're feeling that. Why is that thought coming in your head? You know, if one of those thoughts is like, for example, that you're not loved, why do you feel that way? How can you explore that thought deeper? And maybe it's a past trauma. Maybe from your childhood there was something that happened there and it hasn't fully healed yet. And now you have figured out, you're able to pinpoint what the problem is so you can heal it and move forward. Maybe you need to bring more love from within. You need to start treating yourself, you know, with the Queen of Pentacles. Like the Queen of Pentacles treats herself like a queen, you know. There's respect there. She takes care of herself. The self-love and the self-care that she gives is not like a one-day thing. It's a lifetime thing, you know. It's constantly caring for yourself, and not in a rude and negligent way towards other people. But if you don't fill your cup first, you won't be able to fill others. So you can't fill a cup from an empty cup. It's just going to be empty. So it's kind of like that. You have to take care of yourself. You have to give yourself that respect and that love. And I think during this new moon, it's really going to start propelling you into that direction. Like almost like it's going to take you for a ride, and it will be so beneficial to your life, I hear. Now we'll take a look at your oracle cards. So we have the Lizard, and we have a Swan. So I kind of get like, it's kind of funny because like we were talking about taking care of yourself, and with the Swan I kind of think of like Saraswati Ma, because she rides a swan and she enables her creativity to come out. She is the goddess of that creative and like all your emotions, you know, very heavy dealings with water. So I think maybe also allow your creativity to come out. Maybe take on some things that allow you to release your creative energies in productive ways. So that way it's not like you're not bottling it up and it doesn't end up hurting you. Also with the Lizard, I kind of get like rejuvenation, rejuvenate your energies, because the thing that just came to mind is how lizards' tails, when their tail is attacked, they're able to like remove it so they can escape, and it grows back. So it's like removing those things, that these blockages, those negative thought patterns, so that you can move on and move away from that and gain like a fresh start, almost gain a better perspective on your life. And again, like lizards also, Another thing I got is they're very patient and very they're patient yet quick. Like if you've ever seen when they're sunbathing, they don't move like at all. They're able to just sit there extremely still. Yet when they're escaping something, when they're running, they're so quick, like you can't catch them. You know, it's really hard to catch them. So it's kind of like that energy of being able to take the time for stillness, but also being able to move forward with speed. Finding a balance within those things. And maybe that's why you have the swan too, because swans are also like in the water, they just like flow. It's so, they're able to flow so majestically and gracefully in the water, and yet they can move very quickly if need be. So the next two cards we have is trust and security. Beginning to trust yourself and find security in yourself, being sure, like again with the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Cups, it's like finding that security within you, trusting yourself, knowing that you know you can do this, you have what it takes to do anything that you want. And I think this time with this new moon is really going to amplify that energy of like confidence and surety of oneself. This is hilarious. Okay, the next two cards we have is Tamas and Bhakti. So Tamas is all about taking the time to relax and unwind almost. It's like they consider it like that slow and lazy energy, but that energy is extremely necessary in order to move forward with greater speed. You know, a tiger needs to rest and rejuvenate their energies in order to hunt and have enough energy to hunt for their kill or their prey. And so it's kind of like that idea is like you have to rest and rejuvenate your energies in order to move at greater speeds. Some of you may be trying to move too quickly and reaching burnout because of that. And I think right now, take this new moon, this time to really just rejuvenate your energies, allow it to bring you that rest and relaxation that you need so you can move forward with greater speed. And because we have Bhakti, again, like Bhakti is about taking the time to pray, and well, Bhakti is literally prayer. So when you're in prayer, when you're praying, you're usually trying to find that calm and peaceful state of being so that you can allow your prayers to be heard. You know, you might be wishing and desiring for a certain outcome and praying for it and really like putting your full focus and all your energy onto it, and that might be what's draining you at this moment. So allowing that to be what it is. You've prayed, you've set your intentions, you've put your desire out there. Now trust that the universe is going to take care of it, and just allow for it to happen, and take that time to relax and just do whatever you want to do, like pursue other things, you know. Again, with the creativity that we were talking about, allow your creativity to unfold and just do things that are going to bring you pleasure and uplift your mood, bring you to a higher state of, or a higher vibe. I think also working with colors, like working with different colors. I see a lot of blue and green here, but also there's like patches of pink and stuff. So maybe bringing in like different colors so that you can like kind of, because colors like uplift our mood immediately, you know, like they're so bright, they're so vibrant. Different colors can affect our mood in different ways. So I think working with bright and the colors of the rainbow almost, working with those right now will be really beneficial, is what I heard. So pile number 4, that was your reading. Thank you so much for sharing your energies with me. I am so grateful to have been able to do this reading, and I hope that you're able to utilize this energy during this new moon to really find that calm and zen that you're looking for, and rest and rejuvenate your energy so that you're able to move forward with greater speed. If you like this reading, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. Be sure to hit the bell icon to be notified when we upload, and I'll catch you in another reading. Bye.